Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Sultan Abdul Hamid.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
As Muslims, we recite Surah Al Fatiha so many times. What is its benefit?
Well, we are asked to recite Al-Fatiha in every rakat of prayer and at other times also because the message of the Quran, the whole message of the Quran is contained in Al-Fatiha. And we should be able to benefit from it greatly. However, that requires that we spend time to understand what it is saying. And by that, I don't mean that you know the literal meaning, but no, it is more than that. We have to figure out what the verses of Al-Fatiha are saying about the direction of our life, the choices we are making in what we do in our life. And that requires thinking about it deeply and us asking ourselves how does it interface with how I am living. See, the but unfortunately at this time or for many centuries, uh, uh, we Muslims, we recite Al-Fatiha as a rapidly, like as if we are saying a mantra or some kind of an incantation. And then when you do that, then you, even if you know the literal meaning, its purpose is lost from us. So I will, I, uh, I suggest that you recite Al-Fatiha and then you pause and then you ask yourself, what is the meaning that I got from it? So most of the time you won't get anything. So I will illustrate it for you, like the way people recite Al-Fatiha these days. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim, غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So now after I recite like this, which people do like that, imams in the masjid also recite like this, and then they continue. And when people are praying, they continue with another surah. But if I don't do that, and I pause and I look inside as to what is it that the meaning that has registered inside me, I see, uh, I find nothing. It is just blankness or emptiness. And by the way, it is the same whether you are Arabic speaking Muslim or non-Arabic speaking Muslim, because the Arabic speaking also reside in the same rapid way. And so here, it is very useful to pause to understand as to how prayer works. See, because it is not what I say with my mouth that is the prayer. But it is what what the meaning is that has registered in me. What is the feeling that has uh, been created in me after the saying the words of prayer? It is that meaning inside that is the impact of the prayer. And it is that meaning and feeling that is conveyed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, but if I recite Al-Fatiha in a way as I just did, and then inside there is nothing, there is no meaning, then there is no benefit. And actually many people have told me, and I used to feel like that also, that after they recite Al-Fatiha or some other verses of Salat, they feel guilty because they have been told that unless you recite it perfectly with perfect Arabic pronunciation, it is invalid. And some people feel boredom because they don't know what this means. So then for them, then reciting Al-Fatiha or prayer becomes a damaging or a negative experience, because what they are conveying to themselves and to Allah is boredom or guilt, right? So and so then it is important to learn to get out of this trap. By the way, it is because of this kind of recitation that many Muslims who don't pray, they say, well, I don't want to engage in an empty ritual, right? Because they realize that they prayed like everybody does and they didn't get anything out of it. So then as people who believe in prayer and who want to be close to Allah, we have to figure out how to get out of this trap, which is very widespread and of long standing. And the way to do this is to engage in self-reflection or self-evaluation, or in Arabic it is called ihtisab, which means self-accounting. And so by which actually was a regular practice of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his close companions. And it works like this. You say, when applied to Al-Fatiha, when you, well, first of all, set aside time every day, I would say, for your spiritual uplift. And then in that time, think about the individual verses of Al-Fatiha, and then you ask yourself, well, what is it? How does this verse relate to my life? What is it saying about how I should live and how I am living? And then, so for example, one of the ayahs in Al-Fatiha is Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. So which is saying, with the translation is, oh Allah, we want to serve only you and we ask for your help in this. So then when I am in my time of self-reflection, I ask myself, well, I am saying this, but in what way am I serving Allah? Like when I think of what I will do tomorrow or the next month or the year, what part of will be in the service of Allah, as opposed to just like following my own personal agenda of career advancement and buying different things or whatever things I think will give me enjoyment. And so and if in the beginning, like, you cannot find anything that you will do to contribute to the world in the service of Allah, to do something to make the world better. It can be helping your family or your neighborhood or anything that you do as a selfless contribution to the world. Then if I cannot identify anything like that, then the application of Al-Fatiha is to try to figure it out, like with my knowledge and with the way my personality is and my talents are, in what way can I make a contribution? So doing this on a regular basis, the Al-Fatiha will change our life to a more spiritual life of the type that the Quran is asking us to live. And that is really the purpose of Al-Fatiha. And we are asked to say it so many times so that we are always aware of this.
Thank you, Dr. Sultan Abdul Hamid.